modern Western view of a human being is somebody who's separate, somebody who is separate even from themselves. They've got a split mind and body, and separate from nature, and separate from other people. Actually, part of that sense of separation is what led to the scientific revolution and all the things that we kind of associate with the present day. So it's not that it's all bad, but it's led to such an imbalance in our world that we're heading towards this catastrophe that so many of us are aware of right now.
The world has become so separated.
We know that we've only got 40 harvests left in the world because of the reduction of live matter over these last 10-15 years. It is difficult when the economic system has been seductive and as misleading as it has been, pushing a sense of the material acquisition, the transactional over everything at the cost of our own human relationships with our family, friends, and actually I think with ourselves, and at the cost of our both physical and psychological health.
ReHuman gatherings are acupuncture points that are occurring throughout the world. People that have drawn a line and said enough is enough, that we need to rethink ourselves, we need to stand up and co-construct a new narrative. That new story is already there. The old story is just being dismantled, it's collapsing. A new story is there. What we need to do as ReHumans is bring light on people that are creating that new story, that are creating a new archetype of what success means. And that success is not related to power, it's not related to growth, it's not related to profit, it's not related to consumerism, it's not related to materialism. It's related to, or maybe an old reconnection to ourselves, to what it really means to be human.
Doing this event called ReHumans, the idea is to put together people that are, going through a lonely path and they want to have help in order to enhance the work they're doing. I think that what we need to do is to create space in order for people to get connected and understand where they are in their lives in this very moment, and to understand what the others are doing in order to create this coalition of people working together, enhancing the work they're doing. And so I think our role, based on the connections and the people that we know, is to put them together in order to create something that we don't know yet what it is. It's like making space for emergence.
Realizing not just that we're connected with nature, but we are nature. And when nature is getting destroyed, when life is getting destroyed by this modern civilization that's so out of control, part of us are getting destroyed as far as that. And so we have to re-engage. There's this grassroots movement, similar to what we've seen in things like the school children's strike, with 1.5 million school kids coming out of school around the world, inspired by Greta Thunberg's amazing energy.
We have come here to let you know that change is coming, whether you like it or not.
And things like the Extinction Rebellion in the UK, where so many people are out on the street that mainstream ideas have begun to change very quickly. And if that can spread throughout the rest of the world, if enough of us regular human beings can connect with that grassroots, get out on the street, demand some change.
Where does the Extinction Rebellion begin? Here! We put our hands up against extinction and for life. Thank you.
Things like the Green New Deal that's being talked about in the US. We have the possibility that 10, 12 years from now, we'll be looking at a situation which is still going to be right on the edge. There's no way we're going to be in safety zone, but maybe there'll be a sense of hope that we're actually turning things around.
I think this is just a beginning. It's an ongoing conversation. I don't think it stopped or it just was all that. I think we have to go on sharing and building something to try and learn how to manage ourselves better.
We need to dismantle the old story and the old logic. And that is as simple as complex.
I believe that We have to relearn on how to collaborate because the challenges we're going to face ahead are so difficult. It's not going to be based on transactional collaboration anymore. We have to collaborate around some real problems, real issues like mass migration, water shortages, overpopulation. How we're going to get together and work together without fear, with a lot of hope, and love and compassion in the end.
I hope, actually, we don't use that name in a few years, because there will be no need for ReHumans. We don't need to go back and regenerate. We're there. I hope there is a moment we say, this is a bad name. It's not good anymore.
Everything that we decide to do with our lives has to be coming from a different fundamental basis, one based on connectivity, one that's based on like a life-affirming set of values rather than wealth-affirming, which is our modern civilization's foundation.